Picture this. It's the last day of school before Christmas break, and you're either in first grade or, maybe a kindergarten or something like that, and it's pajama day, and your teacher has invited you to go to school and wear your pajamas, and you get dressed, and you go there because your teacher is preparing a Christmas party. So you go to school, it's cold outside, but the inside is warm, and you sit down on the carpet, and your teacher puts on the Polar Express, and you see all your friends, and they make hot chocolate, and it's fun. You have a pizza party, or, your friends bring some chips and whatnot, and it's nostalgic, and it's beautiful. And that's what Christmas felt like as a kid for most of us. But now everybody seems to pose a question, and that question is, why doesn't Christmas feel like Christmas anymore? When I was a kid, like most of you, I experienced that same situation, that feeling of getting up and knowing that you are about to go on Christmas break. You're in pre-K or, elementary school, and it's that last day, and it's a warm, fuzzy feeling because you're a kid, and Christmas it's so close, you can almost taste it. And when you get older, it's almost like it goes away for, well, most of us at least. That childhood imagination, slowly begins to fade, and along with it, Christmas does too. It doesn't have the same feeling as it did, obviously, because you were a kid. But why is that? And how can we get it back? In my opinion, I believe that you can get that feeling back. And I personally don't think I've ever lost it. Christmas has always been a very special time for me. Any of you who know me personally in my real life, you all know how much of a Christmas fanatic I am, and there's a reason for that. And I thought I would go into detail and explain why. When you're a kid, Christmas is always surrounding you, and at least for me, when I came home, there was always a warm feeling associated with seeing my mom putting presents under the tree, or going and looking at Christmas lights with my family, and watching as many movies as I could before the season was up. And now that I'm older, I feel like I truly wouldn't have the appreciation that I have for Christmas now if it weren't for us keeping up with those traditions. Obviously, the reason for the season is Jesus' birthday, but there's always something that's been special with what we do because it's his birthday, putting up the lights and the tree and everything, and really going all out like it's a celebration. It's always just been really special, and I think knowing that from a young age also helped fuel the fire that is my love for Christmas. And I do believe that even as you get older, because there's a saying that goes around that you don't really have that same nostalgic Christmas feeling until you have kids of your own. But I'm 19, and I don't feel like that's ever went away. I do believe that there is a science to it now that you get older to make Christmas remain as it was. And my theory is that now you have to put in the work. When you were a kid and you went to school, your mom probably dressed you that day and gave you the Christmas pajamas that you were supposed to wear for school that day. And when you got to school, your teacher was the one who put on the Polar Express and who gave you the party and the class. But as you get older, that stuff seems to go away. You get a job, you have to buy for all these people, all these family members, and really think of a lot of gifts. And you're going to high school or college like me, and you have a lot of final exams that's associated in your mind now with around the Christmas season. And it becomes harder because Christmas is no longer just happening for you. You have to make it happen. Of course, my mom and my family, all of them, make it amazing, especially when I'm at home. But aside from that, you can have the tree up and everything, but if you don't learn to give it meaning and make it feel the same as it did when you were a child, then it is going to fade away, and Christmas is going to feel different because you have to now put in the work. It's not just going to happen for you. When you get off from, Christmas, for Christmas break when you're in college, go home and put on the Polar Express. Who cares? Watch a Christmas movie. No one's going to judge you. I've done that so many times. It's like kind of like a pick-me-up, especially in the times when we have exams and it gets harder, going and watching something or doing a Christmas activity that you might have done when you were a kid, or hanging out with your friends and throwing a pizza party like if you were a child, having hot chocolate. You have to now be willing to put in the work. And if you're not willing to put in the work to make Christmas specialer, and is that even a word? I don't know, to make it special, then it's gonna feel different. And unfortunately, that's just the reality of it, because when you get older, it does get harder and more things in your life get thrown your way. You become an adult. So you have to be willing to actually put in the work and let Christmas happen for you and around you, but you have to be the one to do that now, because you're not just going to go to school and college and your teacher's not just going to put on the Polar Express for you. I know I keep using that example. That's my favorite Christmas movie, so just let me deal with that. I know some of you may not feel the same about Christmas because when you were a child, you never had that nostalgic feeling. You never truly connected with Christmas in a way that other people did. You might associate it with bad memories, but it then, I feel like, becomes your job to make it different from when you were a kid. If you associate it with, bad things happening or, bad memories, then it then becomes your job to make it special and to actually learn to appreciate it, because now you're on your own where you can do that and it is up to you. There are also so many traditions that you can now start now that you have grown up more and you might have a car. There are so many things that don't cost money that you can do. Like, go look at Christmas lights around my area. With my family, we've always had this one area that we go to that's about an hour away. And there's like a ice skating rink, and there's a bunch of Christmas lights, and it's always been a tradition that we've kept up with. Go do more stuff like that. And none of that, well, ice skating costs money, but going to those places don't cost anything. And doesn't cost anything, don't cost anything, I think, something, I don't know. You can create your own traditions now. No one's gonna stop you. And put up a tree. People complain about, oh, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same. Put up decorations. You can see behind me, I had these things around my room, so it's not like it's just there all the time, so I had to move it for the background of the video. But put up decorations. Surround yourself with Christmas, because my point being, no one's gonna do it for you anymore, especially if you live on your own. My mom's doing it for me, because the rest of the house, if you've seen my last video last year, she's definitely surrounding it with Christmas. But if you're living on your own, it does become harder. So start more traditions, put up more decorations, go start other traditions, and go do other things. The reason that Christmas feels so special to us when we were kids is because of one word, and that is nostalgia. My personal definition of nostalgia is a memory or feeling that is reachable again by hard work. And what I mean by that is, when you were a kid, those things felt special, and you look back on them, and maybe at the time you didn't realize how special they would be in the future, but now you look back and think, man, I remember how happy I was. But it is reachable again. Some of you may not feel as much of a connection with the holiday season because when you're an adult, it can become really hard to not associate Christmas with the things going on in the world. The world that we're living in today, it can become really hard to not feel pressured by Christmas, and knowing that you're supposed to put on a smile and you're supposed to all love it. You're supposed to always feel happy and joyful for this time of year, when many of you might be struggling with other things. But it's this time of year for a reason, and this is the one time where, people always say that humanity shines, and, people are supposed to put on their best face. And I truly believe that because people are trying to do that, it feels warmer, and and even though it's cold outside, you get that fuzzy feeling of Christmas, and it's just really special. I know I keep talking about this for a while, but you have to understand, I love Christmas so much, and it's never gonna go away from me, no matter how hard, people may try to disassociate themselves from it because they're older. I don't ever want that feeling to go away from me. And who's to say in a couple years I'm probably gonna have to try even harder to make it special. But I love it so much, and I am so grateful for my family, for making it what it is, and for giving me these memories to be so fond of and look back on, and still, as I'm about to be 20 next year, look upon them and say, I am still doing that. I'm still going to my aunt's house on Christmas. I've still went and looked at Christmas lights with my family. We've watched almost every Christmas movie we could think of this year. We're still doing it, and I love it so much, and I just want you guys to understand that, because I know a lot of people, look upon me when I'm wearing stuff like this on a daily basis in December. They think, man, like, he's a little obsessed, and I am, but it's because of the feeling that I've always, connected Christmas with, and I really love it, and I hope that this can help you guys too if you've had a lost love for it. I hope this can help you guys reconnect and remember the reason for the season is Jesus' birthday, and we should be happy for that. And the things that surround it, putting up the tree and everything in celebration of his of his birth, and it's just a really special time, and I hope that it can continue or spark a fire again for you guys in your life. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you did enjoy this video. I wanted to make it before I, make my 4-part now video for Christmas. I've started doing that. I used to do 3, but now last year I did the night before Christmas, and I stayed at my aunt's house like I told you guys, and I think I'm gonna record that again. I might not, but I think I will. So look forward to that, and then of course Christmas Day I'm gonna have 3 separate videos. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you guys right before Christmas. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like if you did enjoy, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas, guys.